Hey, what's up, guys? Tolbert here. A lot of stuff going on, so I want to catch you up as quickly as possible. Going to try to get this video under 15 minutes so we can end up on YouTube. Things as easy as possible for us. Hope you're doing well. Heard from several of you today, which is really cool. Um, so we did get some updates. You guys learned about Flex Fridays, and we got an email from Miss Walker this morning just confirming we're going to have class as normal this coming Friday because we had our Flex Day on Monday. We didn't have anything due that day. It was a day for you to catch up on work and everything else. Second thing, and this is a little confusing, so make sure you follow these directions. I have got us set up to have video meetings by class period tomorrow. It's going to be in this thing called Microsoft Teams. Here is how you access it. I can't stress enough. Watch this video, pause this. You're going to hear me and remind, making sure that you get this. Here's how you access it. All right. You open up a new tab in your computer and you pull up your email by typing Office 365. Okay. This is the same way you access your email. Several of you have been emailing me. That's nothing different. If you click on Office 365, it's going to make you log in. I think I'm not already logged in. If you click sign in, make sure that you type in your email and password, whatever you have it set up as, and you guys should see a brand new thing opened up over here. It says Teams. Okay. If you click on that, it takes it a second to load. It might ask you, do you want to download Teams? You're going to tell it nah, because you can just use the internet. You don't have to download anything. Okay. Once it finally decides to load and loads up, you're going to have a page that looks like this. Now, mine has a lot of stuff on there because I've got a meeting with social studies and everything else. But I've got a team set up for first period, second period, and fourth period. If you're in first period, you'll be there, so on and so forth. Okay, pretty straightforward. All right. If you come over here to the calendar and you click on it, you can see when I have a meeting set up for you. Okay. Tomorrow at 1 p.m., I've got a meeting set up with first period. At 1:30, I have a meeting with second period. And at 2, I've got a meeting with fourth period. It should show up here on your calendar. If it doesn't show up there, if you guys go into your Outlook email, a little slow. Yeah, I got a lot of emails. And you come down here, you can't see it because of this. Move. And you click on the calendar. My internet's really slow. And you click on the 22nd, which is tomorrow. You'll see over here that I've got all these different meetings. First period's at 1 o'clock, second period's at 1:30, fourth period's at 2 o'clock. And if you click on that, guys, oh my gosh, my big fat head keeps getting in the way. Right here, it says you can join Teams meeting. You click that, it'll open up video. You can have your video up if you want. Make sure, obviously, that you're doing things that are appropriate for a video. Um, if it's inappropriate, I'll shut it all down and we'll move on and you can suffer the consequences. Um, Take it serious. It's been a while since I've seen you guys. I'd like to catch up, see how you're doing so far with e-learning. And like I said yesterday, we've got at least 4 more weeks of e-learning, and we should get some more information soon. Okay. So for today's lesson, this is the lesson for Wednesday, 4/22. The imperialism chart. I'll go ahead and click on that and show you. It's just a chart. Google answers. Pretty straightforward. We're going to learn what imperialism is, and I'm going to kind of talk to you from the standpoint of United States imperialism. And what you guys will look at is other countries that were involved, and it's pretty straightforward. You can Google most of these questions and find out all the information that you need. But I'll have this video linked right here. My internet is you guys' internet going really slow? Is it just me? I'll have the video linked right here so you can watch the imperialism notes, which I'm going to talk to you about right now. And you've got that chart. Make sure that you turn in that chart right here where it says 22 assignment, the Europe imperialism chart. Okay. So to jump into the imperialism notes, this will be page, I think, 18. I don't know, whatever the next page in your notebook is. Again, if it's underlined, write it down, same as always. I'm going to speed through this, so make sure you pause it so you can get everything. Imperialism. So, let me move. All right, guys. Imperialism is basically, if you take that root word, you take the ism off, you get imperial. That's another fancy way of saying empire. This is a time period in which countries try to build an empire by conquering other countries. If you conquer other countries, you also conquer all of their stuff, right? There are things inside these countries that we may want. We always want a little something extra out of it. And so the United States started getting this in the late 1800s, as well as a bunch of other European countries. So, like for example, we bought Alaska from Russia for $7.2 million. Why would we need Alaska? It's cold. During the summer, it's daylight for 20 hours a day. During the winter, it's dark for 20 hours a day. Why would we want that? Specifically, three reasons. Three things that Alaska has that we don't have access to in the continental United States. Thing number one, they got a lot of trees. We can get that for lumber. Yeah, there's trees everywhere, but more trees. That's cool. Number two, Alaska's got gold. If we go mining for gold and we get that gold, it's our gold, especially if we own it. And then number three, they got a whole lot of oil, or as you guys would say, oil, right? Which is extremely cheap right now because nobody's buying gas because you can't go anywhere. So we buy Alaska for that reason. We want it because of the things inside of it. That helps makes us the United States an imperial power, an empire, because now we've got another chunk of land that we own. Okay. So why would we do that? Why would we go out? Why would we spend all this money doing that? Basically, because the more stuff we own, the better we are. And how do we make sure that we can maintain that stuff? This dude right here wrote a 600-page book. It's extremely boring. I read about half of it, and then I had enough. His name is Alfred Thayer Mahan. He wrote this book called The Influence of Sea Power on History from the year 1660 to 1783. And basically, what he said was whoever was the biggest country or empire at that time from 1660 to 1783 was whoever had the biggest navy, whoever had the most boats. Whoever had the most boats was the strongest. And so we were like, okay, we're going to take stuff over and we're going to take it over with boats. And that basically is the late 1800s. You have to realize, guys, that cars haven't been invented, planes haven't been invented, and so people are going around on trains. Well, you can't take a train over an ocean, and so boats are going to be the obvious thing. Why do we go out? Why do we want to do it? Number one, new foreign markets for trade. We go take over stuff. That means we get access to it. We can buy more stuff. We can get more stuff. It can be cheaper, so on and so forth. Number two, Anglo-Saxon superiority or the idea of the white man's burden. Basically, white people are terrible coming from a white male. It's the idea that basically because we're white, we are better than anybody who is not white, and it's our job to educate people who are not white, which is a big load of bull. And so that was the justification. It was, you know what, if we go and we take over these poor heathens' country and we kick out their leaders and we take everything away from them, we're actually helping them out because we're better than they are. We're going to teach them and we're going to give them things like religion and we're going to give them things like government that they've never had before because we're better than them. And then number three, sea power. And, we get some stuff out of it. Like we get Hawaii. Hawaii was its own kingdom for a while. They had a queen. Her name was Liliuokalani. Queen Liliuokalani wanted Hawaii for Hawaiians. It had been for Hawaiians the whole time. So what the United States do? We went in and we overthrew it. We had her at gunpoint. And we said, "You got two options, Queen. You can dip out and never come back, or you can get killed right here, right now. Which one do you want?" She decided to leave because she didn't want to get killed. And the whole reason we went in is because they had sugar, and we can't grow sugar that well here, right? Same thing with trade, right? I'm not worried about the Philippines as much. The Panama Canal, guys. Essentially, I wish I had a world map right here. You didn't want to have to go all the way down the southern tip of South America and up. We realized that Panama, right there in the middle, we can cut through it and we can save a whole heck of a lot of time. We went to Panama and we're like, "Yo, can we build a canal through your country?" And they were like, "No, we're good." We're like, "Cool." And so we helped overthrow the government, and then we put in a government that was like, "Yeah, sure." And so we overthrew a government. We got in our own friends, and they were like, "Yeah, sure, we can build a canal." And so they built a canal. It's still in operation today. If you guys Google Panama Canal live video, you can see boats actually going through it. It's a really, really interesting system. Why did we pick Panama? Because from one end to another, it's 13 miles. You can literally go through the Panama Canal in less than 6 hours. And that's a difference of like 4 weeks going down the southern tip of South America. We'll pick back up with the Spanish American War tomorrow. Um, but that was really quick. For the I'll put myself right here in the middle for the Microsoft Teams meetings tomorrow, guys. It's not mandatory. I just want to check in. Feel free to join it. If you're having trouble, send me a message and remind. I'll probably end up sending you to this video to show you how to click on everything. But I'd love to see you guys tomorrow. Um, I just ask that as you come in, you mute your mic. Unless you have a question you want to ask me, then you can unmute it because it gets really loud and it starts to reverberate if everybody's got their mics on at exactly the same time. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, coronavirus song of the day. The 2010 hit from Lil Wayne, 6 foot, 7 foot. Make sure you stay at least 6 feet away from everybody else uh, during this time of isolation. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope to talk to you tomorrow. Super excited about that. Um, if you need anything, hit me up. I'll see you guys tomorrow.